Okay, good morning. Welcome to
Fun Math number 185.
Oh, very good. So here we have a problem from the 1990 AMC8 that was giving us a little trouble today. So I made a little simpler problem, and then we'll try to talk about the harder problem afterwards. This was problem number 19?
Yeah.
I think it was problem number 19. I'm not sure. Something like that, 19 or 20. All right, so you have 6 seats in a row. What is the fewest number of seats that must be occupied so that the next person to be seated must sit next to somebody? Okay, so 6 seats in a row. What is the fewest number of seats that must be occupied so that the next person to sit down has to sit next to somebody? Okay, so I made some seats out of blocks, and the important thing is they're all in a row, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, now you brought some Lego guys down, right? Now what's an obvious number that we could have put people in, and then definitely somebody would have to sit next to somebody?
Well, 5 works.
Okay, go ahead, show me.
If you put 5 people down.
All right, 5 people works because there's only 1 seat open.
Yeah, and 4 people works.
Oh, interesting. 4 people works. Okay.
And 3.
3 also works. Aha. Now it's asking for the fewest. Now here's an interesting one. Is 3 the fewest? Or could we figure out a way to do it with 2?
Well, if we had 2, look at this. Well, no, there would be a group of 2 if we had 2.
Okay.
Anywhere we go.
All right.
Because there'll be at least 2 free spaces, and that means somebody could sit down without having to sit next to somebody.
Okay. So you think 3 is the fewest?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Before we started filming, though, you told me 2 was the fewest. So why don't you check a little harder?
Well, let's see. 2 here. If we had 2 like this. Actually, this 2 setup works.
Aha.
Because somebody sits here, they're next to somebody. Somebody sits here, they're next to somebody. Here and here works.
Interesting. So it turns out with 6 we can actually do it with 2. So it looked initially like we were going to need 3. Because, for example, setting it up like this, occupying every other seat, then somebody definitely has to sit next to somebody. But it turns out there's a sneaky way to do it with 2, even though you have a gap of 2. It's just that if somebody sits here, they're sitting next to this guy. If somebody sits here, they're sitting next to, oops, sorry about that. Sitting next to that guy. Now, so that's actually pretty interesting. So what do you think for 120 people now? What do you think the pattern's going to look like? To use the fewest number of people.
Maybe it'll repeat this pattern.
Okay, if that's the case.
Well, 6 times 20 is 120.
Okay.
And you need 2 people to occupy a row of 6.
Right.
So I think it'll be 40.
I think it'll be 40. Okay, so the problem on the AMC8 actually was a row of 120. The idea would be to simplify the problem, and we decided to simplify it by taking a look at 6. By looking at 6, it looks like the answer is going to be 120. Now we're going to have to go back and see it looks like the answer is going to be 40. We're going to have to go back and look and see if 40 is one of the choices. All right?
Yeah.
All right, high five.